Hi, mystery writers. Welcome to Write a Killer Mystery, where we talk about making your good mystery great. And today I want to talk about what you can do as you're writing your mystery to get ready to be an author. And this is part 2, and it's about email. In our last session, we talked about getting your author platform ready and setting up your website. So if you haven't seen that, you may want to go back and look at that. And anyway, let's get started with um, doing your email, because email is your golden treasure. I don't know how to say this. It's how you connect with your readers. And it's so important. It's so important to your author career. And you can start now while you're writing your mystery, setting up your email, and getting people excited about the book you are creating. So it's going to improve the success of your book once it launches, and your website that you established gives readers a place to discover you and your work, and we're going to connect that so that they can easily join your email list. Uh, your email list gives you a way to communicate with these readers and build enthusiasm about you and this book and any books you write in the future. So when you send an email to a reader, it's a personal note from you to that particular reader, and you want to bring them in on the story of your writing success and later on your book success. And there are quite a few steps to setting this up, so I want to briefly run through them, because you want to set up a successful email connection with your readers. So take these steps one by one, step by step. You don't have to do it all in one day, but because you're going to give some thought to how you do this. But the very first thing you need to do before you even do one email is to create a giveaway for your readers who join the list. It's like a present from you for connecting with you and thanking them right up front for joining your email list. You give them a free gift for signing up to your email newsletter, and you want to make it something related to the mystery that you're working on right now. So you're going to build interest in your story with this giveaway before your story is even finished. That's why it's really important to get this all set up while you're writing that first story. And make it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. And the main objective is to build a stronger connection with your reader and to build a connection to that story you're working on. It can be a preview chapter from your book, a character background on your sleuth. You can use the information that you create in your character Bible to fill out a 1 to 5 page background and add a graphic or two, and you have your free giveaway. Graphics make it easy for readers to remember your giveaway. I've seen some pretty fun giveaways that were like a background on how someone their employment record at a police department, or you know, you can get really creative with your character background. You can also do an interview with your sleuth and ask them questions, and your sleuth answers, and you can put that together in a giveaway about your character. And once again, use a graphic just to make it a little more interesting. You can write a short novella with your sleuth as the main character, so it's an introduction to your sleuth and how they solve mysteries, which builds up excitement for the longer story that you're writing. Also, if your setting for your story is exotic or historical, you can create a brief about the setting. So it doesn't have to be a character. It can be a brief about the setting and what's unique about the setting and how it ties into the mystery. Um, those are a few ideas of giveaways that are pretty simple to create. And then you want to format your giveaway to make it easy to send as an email attachment. So for short pieces like your character background or something like that, you can create a PDF. And if you wrote a novella, I recommend that you use BookFunnel to distribute the story in the reader's preferred format so they can get it in Mobi, EPUB, or PDF, and it's their choice. So it's pretty easy to set up, and it's a wonderful way to distribute your novella giveaway. And also, once your book is published, it's a great way to send advanced reader copies to your beta readers. So you might want to get familiar with BookFunnel. But let's get back to email. So you want to choose an email provider that does the heavy lifting of sending emails to your subscribers, so you don't have to send each person a new email. So email providers use what is called an autoresponder, and that automatically sends a sequence of emails and delivers your giveaway. So once you set it up, it's done. Every time someone joins your list, they automatically receive your giveaway, and they automatically receive a welcome letter. And that saves you time of responding to each reader individually. You know, when your list is tiny, like 5 or 10, it may seem like you can do this all yourself, but I recommend getting this all set up as early as possible, because now you've created a system for connecting with your readers. And when you start setting up your email, there are providers that are free for small lists, like say 1,000 or less, and many authors use MailerLite, which is free for up to 1,000 subscribers. So the first thing you want to do is set up your email list and add yourself, enter your email address to the list to check that all your emails go out, and just make sure that the system is working. And then the next thing you want to do is write a sequence of welcoming emails for your autoresponder. I'm going to touch on those in a minute. So the next thing you need to do is create an invitation to join the list. This is often called a landing page, and most email providers help you create that. So it's a place where people who want to connect with you can go, enter their email address, and get connected to your email list. And this is when you entice people to join with your free giveaway. So you want to make sure that you mention that on your landing page. So that way you can send people to that landing page from your website and also from social media. We're going to talk a little bit about that in social media next week. But just know that your landing page is where you send people to sign up to your list. So let's talk about creating that sequence of emails to go to people who join your list. This is really important. It helps them learn about you, and it helps them learn about your mystery writing. So you're going to write a sequence of welcoming emails for that autoresponder. Once you write them and enter them in your email service provider in sequence, every time someone goes to your landing page and signs up, they're going to get this whole sequence of email messages without you doing anything. Once you set it up, you're ready to go. So let's go through some prompts for what to put in each of those messages and the timing to send them out. The first one, of course, is going to be a thank you. And it's going to have a link to your giveaway, whatever that is. And you send that out the very first day. All right. And then the next day you send out one because people get busy and they forget and they miss emails. So this email is going to be about, did you miss the download? And make it short and sweet. Once again, you have the link to the giveaway just in case they missed your first email, especially if they're new to your email list. They may have missed that message from you. And then 3 days after that, this is email number 3, you want to give them a bit more about how you started writing your story, any social media connection links, and we're going to talk about that next week in part 3. And once your book is published, you might want to have a link to your Amazon author page and to your website. So this is ways that those readers who signed up for your list, various ways they can connect with you. Okay, and then a week later, after that, number 3, number 4 is a little bit about you. It's all personal. It's, here I am, here's what I do. You can talk about your pets, your kids, your activities. You might want to include a photo of something that happened in your life. And later on, when you've written several books, you may want to add another link to a place where they can buy your next book. Okay, and then the 5th and final email of the welcoming series comes a week later, and that is an invitation for Free Books Forever by joining your beta reading group. And they are going to, anyone who responds is going to go to a separate list just for them. And this way, when your book is almost ready, you can send them a copy of your book. And as I mentioned before, BookFunnel is the easiest way to do this, to send your advanced reader copy to those readers, and you're going to be asking them for feedback on the story before you actually publish it. So from email 1 to email 5, you've pretty much covered a month of emails to your new readers, and that's just a great way for them to get to know you and your writing and your books, and to make sure that they have that copy of your giveaway. Now I want to talk a little bit about how you write those emails. Always compose your email message as if the reader is the only person receiving the message. You want to make it as personal as possible. So avoid things like, hey you guys, and hey fans, or any kind of plural thing. It's always directly to that one person, so they feel that you are connecting with them as an individual reader. And the more personal you are, the better your email reader feels about your message. And let your email message show you care about that person who's reading that message. That's the best way to make a connection, is to pretend it's very personal. Many writers think of one individual, one fan. It may be a family member, it may be someone they know who loves the type of mystery that you're writing, and they sort of visualize that person as they're writing their emails. That's just a little trick you can use. Then you need to decide on a communication schedule, because now they've joined your list and they are actually going to be expecting emails from you. So this is going to this decision is going to be based on the time that you have and how frequently you want to communicate with your readers. Some writers send an email once a week. Many send one once a month and just have kind of a roundup of everything that's happened that month. They may include a little excerpt of what they've been working on in that month. The thing about deciding how frequently you're going to send your emails is consistency. So it's better to write one message a month every month than promise weekly updates and skip a couple of weeks, because then they be expecting something from you once a week and you get busy and you forget. So it's better to really schedule those emails according to your schedule. I actually put writing my email on my calendar, so I put time aside. Mine goes out once a month. I put time aside to write that email so I don't forget. And the timing is your personal choice, however much time you want to spend. If it's weekly, just make sure that you can commit to that consistency. The other thing I want to say is that too many is going to feel like spam, so every day is too much. It's too often. Readers will feel overwhelmed and unsubscribe to stop receiving this daily stuff, so I don't recommend daily. So consider all the time you have and make a commitment to including regular messages to your email subscribers. And even when you start out, when your email list is small, that's going to train you to do this on a consistent basis, because you can go from 25 to 1,000 and the commitment is still the same no matter how many people are on your email list. So it's just part of learning how to be an author and connecting with your readers. And that's why I think it's really exciting and important to do this as you're writing that first mystery, because you're already connecting with people who want to read your story. So what do you include in those newsletters that you send out? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, it's once a month. You want to keep your regular newsletter friendly and informative. So share something of yourself as a person, as well as your writing progress. And here's some ideas that various authors use. Talk about your progress on your mystery. Well, yeah, that's for sure. And you can include a short excerpt of what you've been writing that month. But you also want to do some personal engagement. So tell a story about your personal life as an author and what's going on, and pick some crazy incident that happened to you in the past month and include that. And you can share things as simple as your children or your pets, or camping vacation weekend, anything that's personal about you. And then also, one other way to build that connection is to ask for feedback. You may be struggling with how to present one of the characters in your book. Ask your readers if they like bad guys who are really bad, and how intricate they want that. It's going to depend on the type of mystery that you're writing, but ask for feedback and you'll be amazed and pretty excited. I know I am whenever I get a response from one of my emails from readers. I'm just thrilled. I know I have made that connection. Another thing that authors do is share a little bit about what they're reading. As we all know, reading is very important for writers, so you can share what you're reading. And those are a few ideas of what you can do in that your regular newsletter to your readers. Your message doesn't need to be long. Readers are busy just like you are, and I know you get emails. And so think about the time you spend reading emails and which emails you like reading. You want to focus on those emails and look at why you like reading those emails. And another suggestion I have is always ask a question at the end of of your email newsletter, like what books are you reading, if you shared a book that you're reading, or who's your favorite detective, any kind of question to encourage your readers to communicate with you. And this is one of the ways that they feel there's a direct communication between them and you as an author, or as an almost author while you're still writing your mystery. You're going to encourage that engagement by asking them questions. And like me, most authors agree that getting responses from readers is very exciting, and most important is that you reply to each communication that you receive, because that's the way you continue that connection and build their trust in you. And it doesn't have to be long. It just give them a response. Thanks, Jim. If it's a book that you've read too, I love that book, and give them a reason why. Or, oh, I haven't read that. I'll have to check it out. It can be that short, and thank them. And you're building rapport and trust with a very simple reply. So I don't know how to say this, to stress this enough, that your email list is your writer, author treasure trove. It is yours. It's yours. Just like your website is yours, your email list is yours. Nobody can take it away from you. If Facebook died tomorrow, you would still have your email list. So it's very important to create that list, communicate with your readers, and build that trust and the excitement about the mystery that you're writing. People who subscribe actually want to hear from you. They wouldn't subscribe if they didn't want to hear from you. So don't be shy about, oh, maybe, they're too busy, or, just respond. You know that those automatic responders are going out, and then you can keep going with your newsletter to stay in touch. I'm going to say it again. Your email list belongs to you, and email is the best way to stay in touch with your readers and build your fan base. Okay, so I hope that helps, and you can always go to zaraaltair.com and read the notes on this video. And thank you again for being here. I hope this helps. It's a lot of work being an author, and especially creating your author platform. Your email list is one of the biggest parts of your author platform. So have fun with it. Have fun with it. Have fun with your readers. All right. In the meantime, write a killer mystery.